Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Yes, it's about to hit the weekend, Friday here in Dubai, and today we're going to talk about marriages. Yeah. Hey, listen, man, marriages are freaking hard. Trust me. I'm in it for 19 years so far. You know, some days you wake up and you just go like, oh gosh, man, wow. But you know, you hang in and you go through the bad days and you go through a few bad days and then you come out on the other end and you're like, what the hell was I worrying about? So I just got to tell you guys, listen, if you find a good woman, you're going to go through some ups and downs. If you find a good man, you're going to go through some ups and downs. Okay, now I want to feature a particular lady today who actually sent me a voice message over on Instagram. And once again, like I do to most of my videos, I do not put the person's face on screen. I usually generate an AI version of the person. Doesn't even look like her actually. But I use the audio messages and I basically play them and I respond to those audio messages so that you guys can get a good understanding of the person you're talking to and it makes you feel like you're there with the individual. That's the closest we can get without getting a video conferencing call. And you know what? I would love to start doing that. So if any of you ladies want to go on to Zoom with me or go on any other platform and we have a one-on-one that I can air after, yes, let's do it. Okay? But in the meantime, subscribe if you haven't already. Please hit that thumbs up button so that the algorithm can actually give me some love. And of course, if you want to book a session, hey, get me over on askanoldman.com. If you have a quick one, nice quick one. This wasn't a quick one, but she sent it to me over on Instagram. You can do so as well. Leave me voice messages. It's the simplest and easiest way for me to, I'm eating breakfast, I can listen to it. I'm in the car, I can listen to it. I can do all the activities and listen while I'm exercising. I can listen to your voice messages and I can respond in kind with voice message instead of me having to stop and type or to read. And of course, it also gives me a good idea of how you're feeling because I can listen to your voice. That's the reason I love voice messages. So without further ado, let's get into this lovely ladies. And we're going to call her June, shall we? Let's give her a name. This is June sending me a message and you'll hear everything about her as we go along. So let's get into it. So listen, I'm going to stop in between so that I can respond to her message because I'm also going to give her my feedback on her situation. All right, let's do it.
I've just watched a few of your videos and honestly, thank you for posting them. And this is why I'm sending you a voicey, because I think you've changed my mind on something which has been quite prominent in my life for the last, let's say, 4 to 5 years. So myself and my husband, we split up and I divorced him 4.5 years ago. There wasn't a tangible reason in particular. He didn't cheat on me. He didn't hit me. He didn't do anything like that, right? However, I think our marriage wasn't.
Oh, Joan. This is always the issue, He didn't hit me. He didn't do anything wrong. He was a good guy. The good guy always gets screwed in the end, man. Wow. And right off the bat, I'll just tell you guys, women get bored in relationships and in marriages a lot faster than men do. A lot faster. Men make a commitment for life. They really do. Unless he gets distracted by some other young tale and something is not right at home, that man, once he has made that commitment, he usually do not go outside because he don't have an incentive to do so. If he's perfectly well taken care of in his marriage, he's getting his sex on, he's getting his kids' needs taken care of, he has a steady, healthy home, what else is there out there that he hasn't done already? Most men have already blown their load and gotten over all of the crazy shit in life, and he just now wants to settle so he can focus on his money. Make money, take care of my family. put enough away for my old age, take care of my body, take care of my wife. That's it. Most men, that's all they want to do. They don't need the drama. They don't need any other shit. But for women, that is boring for them. That's the problem. This is what I'm listening to. This is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's proceed.
We had 2 young children at that time. Now they're 9 and 11, but they were younger then. But anyway, he tried to fight for the marriage. And for me, I just lost all interest in him physically.
What do we say all the time, gentlemen, in this space? What do we say? A man will work his ass off to keep his family happy. A woman will destroy that family just so that she can be happy. That is just the way it is. And this, my friends, is what we're seeing playing out right here. This woman has destroyed her family. No more reason, no reason. I mean, I'm going to get into it now as you learn more and more, but this is the problem that we have in today's modern society. I'm going to tell you the reasons for this.
Because we lost our connection within the marriage. Maybe it was because we run a business together, we've got children, X, Y, and Z, many reasons. But instead of him trying to solve the problem, he'd always expect me, sorry, I'm getting personal, to be the one, because I'm married, to give him sex because it was my obligation, even though he never forced me. But it's probably a need men have. So I'd do it begrudgingly and be like, hurry up, I'm tired, lost all attraction for him. Hence where I got to the point where I wanted to divorce him. That was our main problem. So anyway, we've been...
Nah, it's not no just anyway. It's just not no anyway. We have to address that because that is the elephant in the room. The majority of women who I hear with this crap, because she's not the first, she's not the second, she's not the 10th, she's not the 20th. Every single one of these podcasts where women leave their marriages, it's because they get bored, especially sexually. Why? And I've mentioned it on this channel many times. Women who have put their bodies through a lot of men in their earlier age have a serious problem. I'm going to put it in so many different ways. Fail to struggle with settling down with one man because it is very difficult for her to peer bond with one person after she's given her body produced dopamine, oxytocin, all of these chemicals women produce when they have sex, regardless if it's with one man or with 10 men. Problem is, once you have spread that over more than 5 men, it is virtually impossible for her now to peer bond with one guy. So after these women have hit the streets in their earlier years, had their whole phase, their hot girl summer, you name it, they've came up with tons of freaking terms just to not say whole phase or whore, right? I'm not calling you that. I'm just telling you this is where the problems are. It is very difficult for women to then settle down with one man. She can do it temporarily. She can fight the streets as hard as she can mentally, but it's just like any other addiction. When you are an alcoholic, you don't cure yourself of alcoholism. No, you literally controlling the urge every single day. You don't stop becoming a drug addict. You literally just control the urge. You distract yourself. You try not to think about it. You stay away from companion and people who are involved with that behavior. But when it comes to sex, what do we have? We have your whole friends, your single friends, your other married friends who are getting some dick on the side. You got all of these other influences that are constantly coming at you. Now you will hear what she says that has pushed her over the edge, right? Because we have the internet. That is the biggest drug out there. So when women hit their late 30s, early 40s, that's when shit gets real. All of that attention they used to get in their earlier years, they're no longer getting it. But let's listen. Let's hear what else she has to say, and then I will proceed.
So anyway, we've been divorced for 4.5 years. During that time, I met a few people. It didn't work out, and I can see that men are horrible. Like, my ex is actually a good, kind person, or he is that to me, or was that to me. I know he'd never treat a woman badly. It's not in his character, and that's why I married him in the first place. But
this is the biggest problem women don't understand. They take the good man that they have for granted. And then when they leave that good man, they get back out on the streets and they realize, shit, there's not a lot of good men that I find attractive. So the attractive ones that she does or do give a chance to, those guys got options. They're just going to beat her out, pump her a few times, move the hell on. They're not going to commit to now some divorced single mom. Hell no. Why the hell would they do that? We men are way too smart in today's day and age. We just don't do single moms beyond jump off. Get in, get out. I hate to say it like that, but that's the reality of it, ladies. This lady has experienced it and continues to experience it. Now she realized, oh, how good my husband was. But, of course, the accountability and responsibility. You're going to now hear her try to justify why she broke her marriage vows, why she left her marriage, why she destroyed the husband that committed to her, why she left her kids without a father. You will hear all the justifications now. And, my dear, I'm going to give it to you harshly because you've done and created the ultimate sin. You left your husband. You broke up your home. Not because you're being abused or any other problem. The streets was calling you. And when you went back out there and you sniffed again, you realize, oh God, the drug isn't as nice as it used to be back in the day. That's a metaphor for men. You realize the men aren't as nice as they were back when I was younger. And you know what? Men don't treat 40-year-olds and 35, 40-year-old women like they used to treat you when you were back in your 20s. Okay? Back in your 20s, men were bowing at your feet to get at that young you. You think you're going to get that type of attention when you're 40? No. That shit don't happen. Girls get invited out on yachts and parties and they're giving shit free in their 20s. Now you're trying to go back out on the streets in your late 30s, 40s? My dear, that shit don't happen. So this is your reality. And when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to all the ladies who are contemplating doing this because I do get the calls. There's a lot of women in that same mindset. Even in their 50s, they still go with this bullshit mindset.
With the other people I've met, they all have different motives, X, Y, and Z. I'm a businesswoman, right? I'm not ugly, right?
Your business accolades means shit all to any of the men that you like. The fact that you're not ugly, I am sure you're not ugly for a 40-year-old or a 45-year-old. I think you're 45. You're not ugly for a 45-year-old. But there's no way your 45-year-old self can compete with your 25-year-old self. And this is the problem with a lot of women. They don't realize how much they've changed since they were hot. A lot of them still think, I still got it, because there's guys that still take an occasional glance. She still gets a little attention. There's still simps out there telling her how hot and how beautiful she is online, until reality slaps the shit out of you and you realize, oh, none of these guys are committing to my 40-year-old ass, my 45-year-old ass. That's a different story.
In fact, I'm all right looking. But with you talking about age and stuff, now I'm 45, right? With somebody I was 40 at the time, and he was younger than me. And, well, now I can see why that's a problem from watching some of your other videos, but I won't go into it too much. But anyway, you've opened up my eyes in the respect that also my ex, he met a few people. In fact, he met one lady who went to a family wedding with him when I was invited to, but I thought, I don't want to cramp your style, I'll let you go. So I'm not like the blonde lady in one of the videos that you posted and I just watched, where she wanted to be friends with her ex, have a lover, and then not let her ex do anything. I'm not that kind of person, right? When that happened, I was happy for him because I thought I'd fallen out of love totally. But do you know, like now, I'm kind of thinking compatibility is so important. Respect is, kindness is. He's not with anyone now. I'm not with anyone now. He took me out on my birthday. I took him out on his birthday. We have two.
This is the thing that a lot of women just don't understand. The fantasy and the fairy tales that they have been told over the years, that they have to feel good all the time, during the course of their marriage, not realizing that your 30-year-old self, when you first got married, is not going to be your 45-year-old self. You are now much more mature. Your mindset, the way that you look at life, has changed significantly. One part of you want to settle down. Your body is saying, oh shit, these knees aren't going to take any of that booty popping, twerking anymore. I'm not able to go all night dancing anymore. I can't do the hot girl summer shit anymore like I used to. You went back out there and you tried it. Didn't work. Point is, you and who you were in the past isn't who you are right now. And then you throw kids in the mix. My friend, you have to understand, you gotta grow up at some point. You have to grow up. You're not a kid. Life is not about fun. It's about duty, responsibility, family, kids, husband, work, making money, putting something aside for retirement, occasionally taking a break and going doing something nice, and companionship. Your husband stops becoming a hot lover and he becomes a good companion. He becomes a support system. All of these things aren't fun. They're comfortable. They're soothing. That's the difference. But women keep thinking that he's supposed to make me happy. And they keep pushing that narrative. And if you guys doubt me, listen up. Listen.
Birthday. We have two wonderful, beautiful children. Your videos open my eyes to the respect that I've got someone in front of me, love his whole family. They're even better than my family. He tolerates my family and he's been there for funerals, XYZ. When things have gone wrong, even though we've divorced, we've always been there for one another and he's always there for the kids. If I need anything, he's always there for me 100%.
You better hope and pray that no one identifies who you are right now, because if they know about this man that you're talking about, every woman is going to be looking for him, okay? Because this man that you're describing is every woman's dream right now. They would love to have a man like this. And you let him go? Are you kidding me? Women would kill. They would kill for a man like this. Wow.
The thing is with me, it's a physical thing from the past that I just can't get over, right? I don't know what it is. But then what I've realised is
it's the streets. You don't know what it is? It's the freaking streets. Also known as social media. Also known as just getting out there and just throwing it around. That's the drug. I told you guys, man. I told you. For all you ladies who think that you need this fun time before you get married and before you settle down. It's a lie. It's bullshit that have been told to you. Because now you don't even want to touch your husband.
Isn't any better anywhere else, right? But I think I've got a mental glitch in my head or something, because I know that we'd have a fabulous life together if we sorted things out. We were together for 11 years. We've been separated for 4 now, well, divorced. But I never think it's too late to turn back. I know that he still loves me. I love him as a human being, but I don't know whether I can ever be in love again. But
no, you're conflating love with lust and sex. You're conflating these two. You're confusing the difference between these two things. Once you have kids, ladies, once you have kids, you go through a hormonal change. It's almost like your body tells you, I have accomplished this one part of my life. You're not in heat. I hate to use that term because it sounds like a dog or a cat, but every single female species, every single one of them, go through this feeling where their hormones are boiling to fertilize with another man. Is that the word, fertilize? No, that sounds like a freaking plant. When you're hormonal and, what is it? It's going to come to me later on. I know you guys already saying it in your head, so you know what I'm talking about. When she's ovulating, it's nature, biology. Her egg is yearning for that sperm. But after that feeling, when she's produced kids, it's gone. It stops. But there's another issue that we have to contend with, and most women have to contend with after that. She has to still deal with a man who is still horny. So as a wife, her obligation is to actually still satisfy that man. Most women don't feel sexually attracted to the man. Even in some cultures, I think it's Japan, where once you've had kids with your husband, it almost feels like, okay, he's family. You don't have sex with him. So there are certain cultures that do identify that this is a problem. But I'll tell you, if you want to maintain a healthy relationship, ladies, you better still be able to satisfy your husband's sexual desires, because that is an urge he has a hard time controlling. Just like you ovulate, every day he's producing sperm, and until the day comes when his testosterone drops so low that he's no longer horny, you have to contend with the fact that I still have to satisfy my husband. Unless, let him go out and take a lover. No, you don't want that, do you? So you want to so you prefer to castrate your husband so that he don't feel horny just like you. Yes, that's what you want, isn't it? Mentally castrate him so that he stays faithful to you out of your selfishness. That is what a lot of women would love. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Then with your video where you said it changes, it's not going to be like the beginning. It's not going to be the same. We're all brainwashed with social media and stuff and what people think it's going to be and looking at other people. You're probably right. I think social media and 50 Shades of Grey, by the way, the film, probably contributed to the demise of my marriage. But then he neglected me a bit, right? But then I guess we could have worked through it, but I just felt like I fell out of love for him.
Tell me how the hell that makes sense. Social media and 50 Shades of Greys contributed to the demise of my marriage, meaning it made her want the streets. Earlier she said, hey, he wanted sex. I just wanted to just get it over and done with. Oh, just hurry it up. You know how many men go through that shit? You know how many men live in sexless marriages? It's the same shit.
Into celibacy by your spouse. Well, you agreed to monogamy, but did you agree to be forced into celibacy? I don't think this is a question that people usually ponder. I'm an escort, and when married men see me, they usually feel guilty. Most of them do feel really guilty. The only reason that they're able to see a full-service escort like myself is because they're so frustrated, hurt, angry, and like, you know, I've gone years without sex. I'm not going to go the rest of my life without sex. I'm just not. Sometimes in their 60s or 70s, they're like, I've had enough. I have sexual rights. So I want to wake you up. If you're younger than that, if your wife has cut you off sexually for whatever reason, maybe she's angry with you, maybe she has health problems, maybe she's had some kind of illness.
She's actually trying to throw it back off on him like it's also his fault as well as mine. This is where the accountability and responsibility comes in. The thing is, you don't realize what you have.
I thought about everything you said, and it's evoked some kind of feelings in me where I've thought, what the hell am I doing with my life? Like I said, I'm not ugly, right? I'm a businesswoman, but I'm 45. 45, all of the younger people are going to have other objectives. And you're right, the older men who are single are probably going to go for 20-year-olds. Then it isn't that I'm going to settle into trying with this scenario. What I'm thinking is, perhaps it's better for my children, for their health. Perhaps it's better for my family, for his family, for my life, for his life. We live 5 minutes away from each other, right? I don't know. Maybe I should give it a try. But there's part of me that's really scared of giving it a try and feeling entrapped. But then I can always leave if I want to. I don't know why I'm even feeling entrapped. I'm not sure.
Please leave that man alone. If you have not healed yourself, do not go back to that man to destroy his life again. Unless you're willing to get back with him and stick it through until your freaking hips and knees give out and your hair is literally gone, don't do it. Please, please leave that man alone if you are not healed. And you go back and you apologize profusely to him. Get on your damn knees and say, I am sorry. Because personally, that's the only way I would even look at a woman like this. If my wife ever did that shit to me, that's no, there's no coming back from that shit. I can tell you that right now. But the point is that you need to heal yourself, my dear. This isn't a we problem. Don't look for him to solve your problem. You're telling me your problem. You left him. I hope I make myself clear.
So now I'm in a conundrum situation. I just turned 45. He made my birthday really special. And we've got a relationship where he'd always say, go and do stuff with your friends, treat yourself, whatever. He is a real gentleman, right? I must admit. I don't know. I would love to hear your views on this, seriously. And thank you for your content. I found it very, very informative and moving. Thank you. I've listened through this again, but there's one point I want to tell you. When we were married, the reason why we split up, when I said there was nothing in particular, there weren't any deal breakers, but he neglected me. We ran a business together. I was working such long hours. He was 2, and I was juggling the kids. He was 2, 50-50. We don't have family around. But he would, after work, chill out with his friends. I think it was immaturity. And
You know why? If he has to work with you all the time, the man needs a break. He needs other men. Most women are not that nice to be around all the time. The man needed a break. You should have found your friends and go and freaking spend some time with them. That's it. A man who needs to go out and have a beer with the boys and just relax after spending all day with his wife at work. Hey, it's not easy. It's not easy working with your wife. Trust me, my wife works a few days a week here from home, and it's impossible for me and her to be in the same room. But the point I'm trying to make is that you need a life on your own. I don't know if you remember the circle, the 2 intertwining circles that I've done, where there's you, and the middle piece is the marriage, and then there's him on the other side. And then if you have kids, there's a third one. The idea is we all have to have our own lives so that we can give each other space. We need space between each other to grow as individuals, but not so much that you split apart. It is a delicate dance when it comes to marriages.
And I'd be like, all I want to do is have dinner with you. We work 7 days a week. What's the point in me being married if you don't even want dinner with me because you wouldn't chill with your friends? I'm happy for you having friends. I've got friends, but I schedule time with my friends, but I prioritise the relationship. We work 7 days a week and it's just a running hamster wheel. I may as well be single if I'm at home on my own all the time.
That is such a pile of bullshit. You women come up with this crap and you just keep repeating the same crap to each other. Oh, I might as well be single if I'm going to be at home by myself. Really? So that means that when you lie down on the pillow at night, he's not there next to you? Really? He's not there. His energy, his presence isn't enough for you? As far as you're concerned, you feel that being on your own without that presence there at the end of the night, that's better than him being there. It just blows my mind. That's better than waking up in the morning and seeing him there by your side. That's better than him going and waking up the kids while you can, take a few extra minutes to sleep. That's better than him, hey, baby, here's a cup of coffee in the morning just as you wake up. That's better than him going out to the car to scrape the ice or fill the gas tank or doing what. That is better? Being on your own? Listen to what you're saying. The stupidity of this childish mindset that women have, ignoring the fact that the importance of a man when he's there. And you know the reason why you haven't even felt that yet is because that man is still there for you. He's still there. You don't even feel his absence because he's still there. Wow. I'm sorry, my dear. I hope you didn't think I was going to be sweet and tell you some nice, sweet things with my response. Well, you should know my channel better than that. But I have nothing. I don't see how I can be nicer than what I'm being right now. This is some tough love I have to give you.
that I kept on saying to him, and he'd be, yeah, I'll make it different, but he never did. Maybe it was the stress of the job, and then he'd just want male company, and I understand that, but I'd be left on my own at home. This was before kids. Then when we had kids, it all continued, and I felt like I was on a hamster wheel of life, and I said to him, my connection is going for you. If you neglect me, I may as well just be single or married to someone else. What am I doing, right? And the connection gradually went, and that's why we had issues in our physical, intimate, sexual relationship, because with a woman, when you clock out mentally, you don't want to be physical with a man. So by the time he wanted to get a grip, have counselling, and he was giving me his time, I didn't want it anymore, right? Because I'd fallen out of love. I hope that gives you a bit more context.
My dear, you didn't fall out of love. You just transitioned to another phase in your life and you couldn't handle it. You did not recognize that, hey, I have now transformed into a mother. I have now transformed into a mature woman who now have to see the priority of the family as more important than my high that I used to get when I was on the streets. This is not 50 Shades of Grey. This isn't the internet and watching people enjoy themselves. So, my dear, in conclusion, I would strongly advise you, crawl on your knees, go back to your husband, because that is going to be your best bet. There's not a lot of men that you want who are going to be marrying single moms, who are going to be marrying 45-year-old single moms, who's going to be marrying women or a single mom who actually left a good marriage. Because any man who has any sense at all would think, why would she leave a good man? I am a good man. That means, yeah, she'd leave my ass. Men are very logical. Very, very logical. And there's no 45-year-old punani that is going to justify taking that risk. Hell no. No. No, no, no. So my friends, let me know what you think. If you think, let me know if I was too harsh, ladies. The ladies that are following me, let me know if I was too harsh. Let me know if you are in this situation or you're contemplating doing exactly what this woman did. If you are, please don't do it. You're only setting yourself up to be exactly where she is. She's lucky because she still has a man who's hanging on, holding on, because I know that man is sitting there because of his kids. He don't want to leave his wife because of his kids. Yeah. So if you've gone this far, please give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And please let me know your comments. Let's have a discussion in the comment section. All right? So until next time, remember, whenever in doubt, always, always ask an older man. Okay? Cheers. See you in the next one.